Hello again, Andy with HandyANdy Handyman, and welcome back to your project we're taking a look at for a customer up in Ackworth. And this customer is part of a unique program with Coldwell Banker, where if you're using Coldwell Banker, you can actually use us and have us do the repairs, and you pay for the work at closing. And so it's a really unique opportunity. It's part of the RealVitalize program. It's pretty unique to the Atlanta market. And it's a nice way to be able to get into a house and try to bring this house to full market. Even in a market like what we have going on today, the more you can bring this house to model home status, like a new home, the more money you're gonna get for the house. So this is a great house, great school district, really good area. It just needs some tweaking and cleaning. For our money, we would change all the metal mansards out here, clean them up and paint them black satin. There's a few returns up here and over here. Clean these garage doors up, just clean it up. The gutters, people get these gutter helmets and they don't realize that they have to clean that edge every year. And you'll see it a little bit more if we go up back. But like here, see how black that is along that edge? So these gutters aren't even functioning anymore. All the water's just dropping right here. There's not a lot of rot on the house, but it's right where people would see it, right here at this corner and the center over here. We can repair those and touch up the paint and get gone. We would probably, and again, it depends if the realtor wants us to do it, take these screens down and just clean these areas up. See how dirty it is behind the windows and everything? But again, you know, we work with the agent, so you can do whatever you want to do, and we'll get the work done for you. The inside, it's just been lived in, and the customer had some custom colors, which is great when she lived here, but she's not living here anymore. So you just want to go neutral. Accessible beige, or which is really a grayish, or agreeable gray are two colors that we use a lot. And we do them on houses like this. We do them on $10 million houses. But all these walls really need to be painted. The seller was coming back here and doing some tape work, it looks like, and trying to paint some of this maybe herself, or she fired somebody, whatever it is. But this color is really too dark in today's market. So we'd repaint in here. She's taking down a piece of track lighting up here. You're gonna see a shadow line through here. It's not a water stain, it just needs to be skimmed and sanded. We'd come through and pretty much repaint all the walls. It's gonna take 2 coats. The ceilings have little spots of damage where the AC was cranked and it sweated and it stained the ceiling, so you can see that highlight right there. So we need to prime and repaint the ceiling in the kitchen. The track lighting's okay as long as it works. We would repaint these trim rings right here bronze to match everything else. Pretty much everything on the first floor, she's trying to get the bronze, so we would go, it's cheaper to just take these knobs and repaint them bronze and put them back up. Repaint the kitchen cabinets white again with an oil base, which is a little hard for us to get right now. If you're gonna go ahead and paint ever, and not to be critical of whoever did this, but just take your plates off, don't tape this up, because when you're trying to cut in, you're gonna have a shadow line from the old paint, you're not gonna get close enough, so just take the plates off. This knob right here is broken anyway in the pantry, so we go ahead and replace that. She's got 1 drawer right here and 2 drawers over here where the glides are broken, and those need to be replaced. 2 coats of paint throughout here on the walls. Trim everywhere as is. This color here, same thing. The ceiling's kind of stained up. The video's gonna catch it a little bit over in here. So we would need to go ahead and spot prime and repaint that ceiling. Repaint all the walls in this area. It's a really nice house once you get it to this point. I don't know if over here in the eat-in area, if we could touch up this floor a little bit. You can kind of see where it's scratched and discolored. It's hard to do it, but we'll give it a shot just so a buyer doesn't see it. Things are selling so fast right now. You know, we've done quite a few of these types of projects where, yeah, the people are spending some money to fix it up, but the return is huge and a faster sale for more money. This is first generation Trex back here. We just need to be careful to clean it up. And you can see how dark these gutters are back here. That edge all needs to be cleaned. And I think there's a little Trex section up here that we'd pressure wash as well. These little steps right here. There's a little man cave, sheet cave back there, and you got some brick walk that we wouldn't clean, just leave it as is. Great little yard, super nice area. So this will sell very quickly. It's just dinged up a little bit. This little cabinet here needs to be repainted. The vanities need to be repainted in some of the bathrooms. This little hall back here, I'd go ahead and repaint it to match the rest of the house. We can spray paint this passage set to make it bronze. Same thing with this bathroom. The bathroom down here, as is, it's fine. This bedroom right here, we would just touch up the ceiling. You can see where they painted themselves, but see little spots on the ceiling. Other than that, that room would stay as is. The Foyer gets a little tricky because it's so high for us. And then catching this tray ceiling is just a booger to change that out, but I'd get it done and this house will look like a show place. We can touch up, trim in a few places, paint everything up through here, repaint these walls through here. And you're repainting every one of these bedrooms. You get green up here, and you can see where they winged the ceiling. They probably had kids in here, lots of fingerprints and stuff, lots of paint on the ceiling. So repaint the ceiling if we can, repaint these walls. Whenever you're changing colors, you gotta do 2 coats. We're leaving all the closets as is. No one really cares or notices except for the master. In this hall bathroom here, repaint this vanity, leave the brass upstairs. The light switch in here is shortened, so we need to go ahead and change that out. This bedroom here, just 1 coat. It's just dinged up. It's hard to see in the video, but you see those white dots where they tried to putty, and you got a lot of staining with ink and crayons and stuff in here. The pink room, it was done not long ago, but I neutralized all this. The color we use, you may want to leave that back purple wall with the built-in mantle for a headboard. It's cute, but the ceiling is messed up. You can see a lot of dingies in it. See that stain? There's a stain right up in there. You just want to get rid of anything that might scare a buyer. That's what we try to do. So if you got water stains, cover them up. But there's just so much staining on these walls that if someone tried to come in here and touch this up, you do that for a rental. You try to touch this paint up, it'll never match. And then we'd have to try and get that tray up in there, and that's some height. It's just hard to do. This is the master in here. I'd repaint this to match the rest of this house, whichever color you wanted to do. These are dated colors. This was like a 1980s color in here. It's a great space though. Just caulk this tape in the ceiling where it's gotten some moisture. It's not stained or anything. And then in the bathroom, we would go ahead and repaint this vanity again, just white or whatever the realtor wants. Repaint these walls in here. I don't know if they want to keep that track lighting here, but on the other side again, let's spray this vent, reinstall and spot prime around where someone's tried to touch up where they got moisture damage. There's a light fixture out somewhere, and then we can repaint 1 coat in here in the master closet. That's the only closet I would paint. Other than that, it's a great house. Certainly sell very quickly. My brother and I lead a team of 20-some people. We've been doing this for almost 30 years, which is hard to believe, Atlanta. But you can reach me directly at 770-265-9017. You can catch us in the office sometimes at 770-912-2829. And you can find us online at HandyANDYFixit.xyz. I'm Andy. See you at the next house. Bye for now.